Hi everyone and welcome to this video that will discuss the client tracking in Hexfit. Obviously, Hexfit will be able to help you creating your workouts, your nutrition programs and everything, but it will also be able to centralize all informations about your clients. So your note-taking, your assessments, the documents or the forms that you're sending to your clients, the activity calendar, his objectives, etc. So the first step to all of that is obviously to create your client. The first step will be to include his email address and then enter his contact info. When it's done, the client will receive automatically an email for him to set his password, but also download the app where the client will be able to connect and see pretty much whatever you're sharing with them. So complete workouts, see their activity calendar, see forms that you're sending to them, see graphs of their progressions. So it will all be based on whatever you're sharing with them. So when you open a client's file, you can see at the top left his name, and right under that the different sections of the client's file. So first of all, the overview section, you can see on the right hand side everything that's been going on with him. So basically his feed. You can see the notes, the activities you've completed, the forms that you've completed with them, or whatever information. On the left hand side, you can see his objectives and his contact info, but also all the data that you've recorded in the past with him. We'll see that in a minute. I want to focus now on the right hand side where you can see notes, documents, and evaluations. That's what we call interventions. First of all, note type interventions. It's really simple. You enter note, and when you save it, it will be recorded in the feed right under that. There's different formats for notes, or if it's just a regular textual note, but we also have pregnancy, so prenatal, postnatal type of notes as well, or injuries as well. So if you want to track that with a specific date to be able to know where we're at in the process, you can do that as well. We also have more than 150 evaluations in Hexfit. If you want to calculate fast percentage, 1 rep max, VO2 max, so basically whatever type of evaluation you want to do or data you want to calculate for this client, you'll be able to do that. If you want to complete an evaluation, you just select the ones that you want to complete, you click on complete, and then you enter the info and everything will be calculated automatically. So if you're doing a Cooper test, you enter the distance they ran, the VO2 max calculates automatically. If you want to do a 1 rep max, you enter the number of rep and the weight that was completed, and we calculate the rest. And same thing for fat percentage, you enter the skin folds and Hexfit will calculate that automatically. When you click on save, all the data recorded in this evaluation will be saved in the data section on the left hand side. And if you click on the data over there, you will see a nice graph that will show you the progression of this data. We also have a similar concept to evaluations, which is the documents. A documents is basically like evaluations, but it's in a more structured way and it's formatted. So let's say we already have, once again, default documents like health questionnaire, like training questionnaire, like welcoming questionnaire. So there's a few documents that are available in there that you can complete. When you click on one, you'll see it's pretty much the same format. You enter a few data, you enter text. You can also have sliders and stuff like that. You can either complete those or send these out to your clients for them to complete it. And the beauty here is that, yes, we have a few default documents, but we can also integrate your documents. So if you already have tools that you're using, either you're writing by hand, or you're doing Google Forms or Word documents or Excel file, we can technically integrate these for you. You can also do it on your side in the admin, but that would allow you to digitalize the tools that you're already using and make them smart in Hexfit. So if you're entering, in your first assessment, you're doing this test, that test, entering this data, well, you'll be able to input them, and of course they will be saved in the data section. If you need help for any of that, just feel free to use the live chat at the bottom left, and we'll be able to help you either integrating them for you or help you do it. You can send them manually one by one for a person or for a group, but you can also schedule those documents to be sent. So let's say you want to create a short motivational form or a check-in. You can create a short document with the questions you want and then schedule the document to be sent every week or every month or every other day, whatever. You will be able to do that in the calendar, and we'll see that in a minute. For now, let's go to the objectives. So the objective section is obviously where you can create objectives for your client. When you create an objective, you select the type of objective. So we will help you in structuring the objective. You can name it, but you can also create what we call sub-objectives. And those sub-objectives can be data related. So if you want to set an objective for 10,000 steps a day, well, you can do that. In an objective, you can also create what we call periodization. So if you're scheduling a marathon for a client, you might want to have different categories, different phases with macro and micro cycles. So you can really manage all of that if you want to have a more visual idea of the objective and the timeline of the client. Next is the activity section, where obviously you'll be able to see the activity calendar of the client. So you can see here everything that the client has done as an activity and everything that is to be done. You can see on the left-hand side all the workouts that you've created for this client. So you can just drag and drop a workout in the calendar. You can also see the sequences. So you can just grab a sequence, drop it into the calendar. So all the future activities of this sequence will automatically be added to the calendar. You can then do a few adjustments for this specific case, but it will really save you time and automatically create a lot of activities into this client's file. It is also possible for your clients to sync their smartwatch with Hexfit. So Polar, Garmin, Fitbit, we're even connected to Strava, Apple Health, Google Health. So all of those can be connected to the client's file. The client will have to do it on his side through the app. And when it's done, you'll see, first of all, the activities that are completed with the watch will be visible in the calendar. You can click on an activity and see all the data related to this activity, like the heart rate, the distance, the speed, the altitude. So all of that will be in there. But you can also have daily data like the number of steps or the sleep quality. So all of that will be done automatically once a watch is synced on the client side. From the activity calendar, you can also set tasks or simple events. So if you have a team match or a practice on a day, you could do that either in a client's file or in a group file, but you can also set tasks. So if you want to a document to be sent to the client to be filled on his side on every Monday, you can do it really easily from here. Once again, you can do it on a client side or a group file. The plans section of the client's file is where you can see all the programs that are built for this client. You can go and change them, but you can also go and see the results of a specific training. So that way you'll see how much rep they did, what weight they lifted for each exercise, for each session. So it's really a nice way for you to see the progression of the client. You probably understood this already, but Hexfit is really flexible. So if you have any questions about if something is feasible, if you're doing something really specific with your clients and you want to see how to reproduce that in Hexfit, really feel free to contact us. Use the help button at the bottom left of the screen. Use the live chat and we'll be able to help you and make sure that you get the most out of Hexfit's features.